Well, look, all I would tell people is, read the bill. And if you have issues with it, articulate those. It's a free country. But what I don't do are narratives and slogans and people just putting things out that are basically false narratives. And I think that's what happened. I think, unfortunately, Disney's leadership bought into a lot of the false narratives. But I think when you're looking at saying, for our kindergartners, our first graders, our second graders, the classroom instruction they're getting should not be involving, these issues involving sexuality, particularly things like transgenderism, where they're being taught that they may be able to change genders. That's something that parents do not want. That's something that a parent would want to be engaging with their student in. And so I would just tell people it's a free country. Do what you believe in. But understand, if you are out protesting this bill, you are by definition putting yourself in favor of injecting sexual instruction to 5, 6, and 7-year-old kids. I think most people think that's wrong. I think parents especially think that's wrong.
Many of your supporters are wondering when you are going to sign that bill.
We will sign it, and I've said that for the beginning. It will be relatively soon. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow, but I think it'll be relatively soon. And also just want to make a comment, because last year we signed a bill to ensure fairness in women's athletics. We thought it was very important that young girls and women athletes in the state of Florida had the ability to work hard, to realize their dreams, and to compete fairly, whether it's in swimming, whether it's in track and field, you name it. And that's something that was really meaningful to a lot of people in Florida, particularly people like me who are parents of young girls. So that's something that was really important, and we're glad we did that. If you look at what the NCAA has done by allowing basically men to compete in women's athletics, in this case the swimming, you had the #1 woman who finished was from Sarasota, Emin Wyant. She won the silver medal. She's been an absolute superstar her whole career. She trains. To compete at that level is very, very difficult, and you don't just roll out of bed and do it. That takes grit. That takes determination, and she's been an absolute superstar, and she had the fastest time of any woman in college athletics. Now, the NCAA is basically taking efforts to destroy women's athletics. They're trying to undermine the integrity of the competition, and they're crowning somebody else the woman's champion. And we think that's wrong. And so in Florida, I'm going to be later today, because this is a Floridian who I think deserves to be recognized. We're going to be doing a proclamation saying that Emma is the best female swimmer in the 500-meter freestyle, because she earned that. And we need to stop allowing organizations like the NCAA to perpetuate frauds on the public. And that's exactly what they're doing. They are putting ideology ahead of opportunity for women athletes. And I think that there's just some people that are afraid to speak out and say what they're doing, but that is what they're doing. And so in Florida, we're going to be very clear when they try to do things like that, when they try to undermine the integrity of competition, when they try to counteract the ability of women to realize their dreams. We are going to speak out about that. And so we'll be issuing that proclamation, just because, as somebody that was such a great athlete in Florida, has now moved on to the University of Virginia, we need to honor that appropriately. And if the NCAA was willing to actually ensure the integrity of women's competition, she would have been crowned national champion.